Hi there. Tonight I'm going to do some makeup and talk because I can't sleep. So, here we are. I had a rough night last night. I was sitting there watching TV with my husband, and I started feeling a little bit agitated for no reason. We have our moods or whatever. And I've been getting these really bad headaches. I don't even know how to describe them. I've never had a headache like these. Um, Really sharp, feeling like they're going through my skull, through my jaw, everything. So, that might have something to do with why I've been cranky, but I had taken some Tylenol, and so it wasn't gone yet. And I have a drawer next to my bed, and I was reaching over to get into it, and my husband was sitting next to me, and out of nothing, I don't know what he said. It wasn't, I think he might have said, "What are you looking for?" It wasn't anything. And I just got upset. Just angry. And I'm really surprised he didn't call the hospital and have me admitted or something. I carried on like that. I couldn't stop. He was trying to hold me and calm me down. Thank God for him, but I couldn't. I just couldn't stop. So I'm gonna make another appointment tomorrow to see what's going on. Might need some adjustments in meds or something. I don't know. But I don't understand these headaches. I've had lots of headaches, but this one is just like, it's piercing. And it travels. It goes from the base of my head to the top of my head to the side to the temples. I don't want to talk about it. Um, so, yeah, how are you guys doing? Other than them headaches, I'm doing okay. Um, Therapy's going well as far as my getting my body stronger, ready to get my knee replacement in February. Uh, some reason I don't sound like I'm talking loud enough. I hope you can hear me. I was thinking about this one time that I had first started driving. I was probably 16, and we used to cruise the drag, and there was a guy up there that us girls and his friends, we used to meet up and talk and stuff, just hang out. And his car broke down one night, and so I volunteered to take him home. Well, I didn't know where I was going because I had just started driving. I didn't know the roads very well. So when I got back to the highway after dropping him off, I turned the wrong direction. And we're driving, and we're driving. And all the other idiots in the car didn't know we were going either, because they just let me drive. So By the time we realize where we're at, we're about out of gas. You know, so we scraped together what we could, which was mostly pennies. And I think we managed to scrape up $1.50 and barely made it back. I mean, barely. And we got back. One of my friends, he lived right there in town, so he just ran home and got like $2 more, and I got home on that. Wow, what an adventure. So another adventure I had with that same guy that I had dropped off that night. A bunch of us were going up to Three Flags Great America in Chicago. And he decided we were taking his car. And I said, well, okay, so 9 of us in this car. I remember it was an old Plymouth or something. Anyway, his one friend in the back seat kept drinking. And the rest of us were, I don't know, I was too straight or something. I never did that kind of stuff. Well, I'm driving. I didn't trust any of those suckers to be driving. And so at our last stop, before we get to the last exit for Three Flags, that guy sitting in the back started getting kind of rambunctious and insisting to drive. I kept saying, nope, 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 nope. Well, he carried on so much that the guy that owned the car said, yeah, let him drive. Man. Well, when you took the toll road then, you had to stop at the booth, pay your toll, then they'd raise the gate and let you through. Well, this guy went through the one where you just throw your change in the basket and then the gate opens and lets you up. And evidently he had thrown a Canadian corner in there, so it wasn't opening. He's got his foot, he's got the gas pedal mashed to the floor with the car in park. He drops the new money in, puts it in drive, the car jerks forward, and both rear wheels pop off the car in opposite directions. Oh, yeah. So this was in May of 89, I think it was. And we were all wearing shorts and stuff because it was supposed to be nice. Well, it turned out to be snowing. It started snowing. So the only one of us that had any money, well, enough money for a tow truck and that, was a guy that rode with us that none of us really knew that well. But he paid it. And when we got to the tow company, Nobody's parents would come pick them up. Well, they hit me up. My dad had a Ford pickup truck that, just a standard truck, just the one bench seat in it. And my mom had an old Cutlass, so 2-door, and there was 9 of us. So when the tow truck driver got us, he had us ride in the car on the flatbed. And but as far as getting us all back to Indiana, what the heck are we gonna do? So here come my parents in both vehicles. Well, they're probably 2 hours away. And my one girlfriend that's there with us, she was supposed to ride the bus because our school was going that day. And she decided to ride with us instead. Well, I didn't know that her parents thought she was supposed to be on the bus. So we find out that the trip had been canceled, that the bus has never even left. So now she realizes she's going to be in hot water. My cat's over here throwing things off the table. Are you just in one of those moods, baby? So yeah, this was getting messy all the way around. Well, so we get to the tow place. Everything's pretty much closed up because of the time of day and the day of the week it is. So there wasn't any place for us to go other than sit there at this tow truck company's business, which was closed. So the guy sat there, let us sit inside the office there, and he kept asking me how soon my parents were going to get there. And these kids are all asking me, well, aren't they going to give me a ride? Aren't they going to give me a ride? All I could say was, I have no idea. Why aren't you guys calling somebody? And that's when my friend said, I can't call anybody. My parents think I'm on the buses. And I says to her, but I seen the buses were canceled. They weren't coming. And so she turns 3 shades of white. She knows she's in trouble. And so her parents finally get there. And yep, they loaded all these kids up. Got us back. And I like to never hear the end of that one. But you know how things go sometimes. I don't know if I'm going to do anything new color-wise. Yeah, I might. I really would like to broaden my the variety of colors that I have. I'm still using those new ones I bought not too long ago, which I love the colors, don't get me wrong. Just to change it up now and then. What do I do? I remember this one time I was headed to my, well, I think I told you about the girls that lived a couple miles away. My sister, they lived next door to each other, and my sister and I used to go um, round them up so we could all go horseback riding together. Well, one time, I was riding that horse I told you about the other day. The wilder one. Well, he was, but we got him all straightened out. Well, it's a 4-lane highway, and oh gosh, we were extra cautious about things like that. So we waited and waited, and both sides were empty. So we go across the 2 lanes, across the median, and as we're crossing the second set of lanes, my horse is traveling really strange, like he's limping really bad in the back. Oh my God. And my sister's riding behind me, and she goes, "He's bleeding bad." So I get to my girlfriend's house, and the blood was just pouring out of like a faucet in his back. It felt like. So I said, "Call my dad." And I'm glad he was home that day because I think my horse would have bled to death. And my dad got there so fast. And I asked my girlfriend if she had a tampon. And she went in the house and got one. And my dad just stuck that tampon right up inside that artery. I never seen anything like it. But it swelled up and it stopped the bleeding. The man was pretty awesome. So the vet came a few minutes later because we had called him. And when he saw what my dad was done, he just got flabbergasted. He goes, "You probably saved this horse's life." And he said that was really quick thinking. My dad said all I could think of was something hard that I could get in there. So maybe if you are out riding, maybe add that to your horse's first aid box or something like that. What do they call those? Maybe they call them a pressure bandage now. Not necessarily a tampon, but I guess it would be an inexpensive way to do it. So the vet stitched him up right there. And my dad had brought the horse trailer, so we loaded him up, took him home, and put him in a nice clean stall. And of course, I felt so guilty. Another one of those times I felt really guilty. Felt like it was my fault. But it wasn't. It was just an accident. So That looks really dark. Yeah. Yeah, he did fine after we got him healed up. Took a couple weeks or whatever. It wasn't permanent damage, thank goodness. What else? We were at a horse show one time, and a lot of places, a lot of people tie their horse up to a trailer or something. Well, we happened to be at the fairgrounds where we did our horse shows at, and so my sister took advantage of a box stall, an empty box stall, to throw her horse into. She was only 3. Wasn't quite used to horse showing and that yet. I think it might have only been her first or second time getting out like that. And somebody poisoned her with rat poison. So she started acting real bad, and the blood coming out of her rectum, and of course the vet was already there. He usually showed up at every event, horse shows and stuff, to be on the grounds. And pretty quickly he diagnosed, because he took a blood test right there, and got her medicated. But yeah, he knew exactly what it was when he did the blood test. People get jealous or whatever they do. Why would they harm an innocent animal? That animal didn't do anything to them or deserve that. It did end up giving her permanent little bit of kidney damage. Didn't seem to affect her, but once in a while it seemed like she had a little trouble emptying all the way out when she went urine. But we never sat on our horse's kidneys anyway. When they urinated, we always stood up off of their back. Well, it might be enough for my horror stories for now. I got plenty of them. That same horse, my sister's horse, she was a white paint. She was all white with a big brown head. Well, not big, but she had a brown head. And then she had a big brown um, hip. And she was real pretty. And somehow that mare got over the stall wall. So she was teetering like that. And I left the barn. I was going to get my dad. Because there was no way. She was a big horse. Well, she was probably 16 hands high and just tall. My scrawny little sister picked that mare up and put her back over the wall. Tough girl. And I'm sure it was adrenaline too. Her horse's name was Baby. That was her baby. That's how it is, though. You know, if you're going to own animals, livestock, horses, bad things are going to happen. It's just a matter of when and how. And, yeah, I kind of just grew out of that. I just couldn't handle it no more. The emotional stuff. Isn't that terrible? Your brain changes when you get older, and it is, you know, just happens. So, the other day when I was doing makeup on here, I got the order of things messed up. Well, I kind of did them in that order again tonight because I liked the way that turned out. I did. I've really been kind of worried about the nomads out there watching those. I told you I was watching those overnight videos and things about the construction, building the wall and that. And in that mess of videos, there was one that popped up where the police were actually kind of, you know, they released chain free to go do what they do. And a woman and man police officer are in this cruiser, and the camera guy's sitting in the back. And they're telling him, because he was asking questions and whatnot about look at what they're looking for. And they said that they were looking for any vehicle that looked weighed down, kind of low riding, like they had a heavy load in it. And boy, you guys, I really messed this one up. I just went whoop on my eyelid. Oh well, maybe I made something new. So after I watch these nomad videos all the time, and so many of them want to be stealth, have their windows up and covered in the backs of their vans and whatnot. And heck, their vehicle may be loaded down because they're carrying about everything they own in that. So yeah, I really want to know, are you guys getting pulled over by cops? Because they're really on it right now. And they're watching like hawks, man. They were just parked all up and down the highways. They're just waiting for somebody to come along. And then they showed some at night. They didn't show those two officers getting anybody. They showed them taking off a few times, but they didn't show their stops. But then in another video, they were riding around with them at night, and they were getting really good video footage of them catching them. And some of them jumping out of the vehicles and taking off running. And all I could think of, well, don't mind me. I'm probably getting some videos mixed up here, but at least I'm telling you what I saw. Um, the guy they were talking to, I don't know what he did. He was wearing a uniform, but he might have been on the Mexico side of the fence, and they were talking to him. And he was telling them uh, what it cost and that for them to come over illegally. And then they went to another scene where they were in the desert and they came across some. They didn't know what they were. They were drug people or smuggling weapons or what they were doing. But after they talked to them and that, they found out they were just two guys that hit the road, and they had actually hiked for 7 days up to that point where they found them. And they were both kind of starving and dehydrated. So they gave them water and some type of MREs or something that was prepackaged, like dehydrated type food that, I don't know, not important. So they got to talking to them and that. They weren't arresting them or anything. They were just gonna load them up and take them back over. So they were treated decent. But they didn't have the authority to arrest them, put them in cuffs, stuff like that. So I guess there's, procedures and things they have to go through. Well, this one guy, not with those two guys, the first story I just started telling you, the guy they were talking to, they were just asking him, how are you going to live here? Do you have any money? No, I come here. There's no jobs. There's no jobs down there. I have no money down there. But yet he came up with $2,500 to get himself brought here. Imagine that. So they had to get some money somewhere. So my friend in the next town over here, I think she's 72. Anyway, her mother was native, and her father came over illegally from Mexico. So that had to have been back in oh gosh, I think she was born in 56, so before that. And well, no problem, just walked across, came here, and voila. So I understand. I don't understand, but I do understand. But all I kept thinking when that guy told them how much money it cost him to get there, couldn't he have done it legally for that? I don't know. Maybe they don't know any other way. Maybe they just, I don't know. I can't say they don't know any other way. They must. They must have. I don't know. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I think they're kind of off. Boy, I've got sparkles all over me from that makeup last time. I think it's on my brush. Gosh, and speaking of Nomads down there, or they go down there to Arizona on that, wouldn't you be afraid of what some of them getting over there and stealing your truck or breaking into your camper if you had one? Or God, that would be awful. I saw that video. I don't know how old the video was because some people get on there and they'll replay other people's videos like it was their own. But it was showing them climbing the fence while they were building it. Yeah. And I was thinking, well, I thought that thing was supposed to be climb proof or whatever, that they said that some professional mountain climbers tried it out and they couldn't make it. What do I know? Like I said, a lot of that stuff I get off YouTube, and who knows if that's any true at all. People just make stuff up. I don't do this for money. I don't want any money. If I did take money, I'd lose my benefits, so I'm not going to do that. I enjoy doing this. Gives me a reason to get up and get going, because I'm mostly in this one-bedroom apartment almost all the time. I only get to go out when I have appointments, basically. So yeah, this is good. I hope to start hearing from some of you. It's a good conversations. I think I'm about talked out. I'm probably ready to go to bed now since I got my makeup done. Yeah, I'm dressed up for sleep. Yeah, hang in there, guys. I just know this summer is gonna get better videos. I'll be able to get out and do more and go to the powwows. Those are fun. Well, hey, I should have my new knee by then. Maybe I'll get out there and powwow too. Wouldn't that be great? I think it would. But I've got a really early appointment in the morning with therapy again. Just like every other day until D-Day. So, um, my face doesn't look too bad. Not scaring you away, is it? Um, like, subscribe, chat me up, comment, share. Everything's good, guys. Have a happy day.